Hi there, my name's Austin and this is my 2020 Tesla Model Y that currently has a leak in the trunk. Now, some of you might also have this problem, so I wanted to create a quick, little bit more in-depth video of where this leak is at and how to fix it, or a very good fix for it, so that way you don't have to go to Tesla and spend several $100s. Now, there is one other video on YouTube that is from MrBdyardboy, and he shows you where the leak is at and then does a water test for it as well. However, he doesn't really show where to apply the silicone adhesive on it very clearly, because it's a twofold factor. You need to hit it from the inside and the outside. So I'm going to clean this all up and get to that. So there are going to be times where you're going to have to move the trunk up and down. It's okay, pull the trunk down, it can take it. Use the button to bring it back up, just obviously watch your clearance. First thing first, you're gonna need to remove the trim that is normally here. For this lower piece of trim that is typically sitting right around this area, just pull on that area, and then the middle, and it should come straight off. There's quite a few pins. And then for the trim that's on this upper area, what you'll need to do first is remove two pins. Two little plastic pins that look like this. Those should be located right here and right here. Either a thin tip flathead screwdriver or a trim tool piece would work perfectly fine. Then what you'll want to do is tug on the side, kind of work your way around. Be careful when it comes to the spots where the nub holes are at, and then the center hole for the lock mechanism. Just pull all the way around, it'll eventually just kind of fall straight down. Be careful with it because you don't want to accidentally pull out this wire connector right here. You'll just need to push it down, pull it out, and it'll come right undone. You'll notice that the water spot is typically going to be to the right of this post, and it's going to come all the way down, and then it would drip onto your trunk bump thing right that goes right through this hole, and that's when you will have the water leak that corrugates right here and potentially right here, and then along this inner track as well. So once you have that off, I've already removed the little foam nub that's right here. You will notice that this is pretty much where the water is pooling and collecting at. Check out Boys for that video. But it is going to be coming up basically through this seam. So this is one of the spots that you'll definitely want to put that sealant in, because I can just go like this and my finger is slightly damp. I've cleaned that side, but same thing on this side. I'll just go like this, and you can definitely see my finger is more damp there. So it is definitely coming in from this area. What you'll also want to do is remove the tail light to get behind here. That will be an easy, I believe this is an 8mm. I'll put on screen if it is bigger than that. I also put silicone around here. You don't need to. It has a rubber grommet. I just did it for extra. But you'll also then need to remove this, which is for the light. Just pull down on the red tab and then pull straight down. And that will come straight out. And then same thing for this side. Pull the red tab down and then pull straight down, and that will come out. Now's the time where you're going to need the pry tool, because it's time to remove the tail lights. These are really easy. They're held in by that 8mm nut and then some pins in the back. You'll just put the pry tool right under here and then just slightly lift, and it comes right off. It's super, super easy. You do not have to crank down on this hard. Just then put that in the back. Then we'll go to the other side. Just put the pry tool in. Might be a little bit tight, but you should be able to get in, and then just lift up ever so slightly. But what we're going to do now is we're going to clean all this up, hit it with the heat gun from the outside and the inside, and then apply the silicone. But typically your leak is going to come in right around this area and then go through the seam. So we're pretty much going to hit all of this with silicone this time. I recommend getting clear silicone. The kind that I am using is Ultra Clear by DAP. And it adheres to wet surfaces. I would still recommend cleaning your car first, making it nice and dry before adhering to it. It's just going to make the adhesion process that much easier. So I definitely know that where the leak's at, because when using the heat gun and turning it on high, you'll be able to see it. But the water will actually start bubbling out because of the heat. But it is right there. You just don't want to hold it too hot for too long because you don't want to damage the car. So just make sure it's constantly moving. That way you're just drying it all out. But right where in between those two holes, where that rivet's at, is where the water's coming in. Actually along that entire seam. Now what we're going to do, since we hit the inside and the outside with heat, we're going to clear up along this entire line, and then we're going to use that clear silicone to completely seal that entire seam. Okay, so after cleaning the line and then applying the silicone to both the outside, I recommend wearing gloves. This stuff is pretty nasty and you definitely don't want it on your skin. Apply it to the entirety of that line, go into where the tail light it comes out of, and like just cover that too. Just, it's not going to hurt to have more coverage. All the way across as much as you can. Right underneath where the camera's at doesn't seem to be an issue spot, so I'm not really worried about that. And then on the inside, where those rivets are at, where it's riveted between those two holes, that whole little area, apply very liberally, like you with a pair of gloves on, press in the silicone to those gaps, just so that way you know you're getting a good seal from the inside and outside. And this should take care of the problem. Now, I need to get like a garden hose and put it on the back and just let water run over it for a while, and then have the trim off as well to see if that really did take care of the problem. But I haven't had the opportunity to do so. And then to put the trim back on, just follow everything in reverse from the beginning of the video. It's very easy to get the trim back on. It's the lower piece, then the pins, then the upper piece for it, the smaller piece. You might have a little bit of trouble knocking in that upper piece. Shouldn't really take you that long. And that should fix the leak. I mean, for $10, it should take care of it. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope that this kind of condensed everything and a couple other videos into one. And I'll see you in the next one, whether it's a Tesla problem or just something else that I end up posting. So see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Let's try and do stuff cheaply. Peace.